From translation, KJV, King James Version. This 268th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Micah 1-7. Micah chapter 1, verses 1-16. The word of the Lord that came to Micah of Morsheth in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Hear, O ye people, and hearken, O earth, and all that therein. For the Lord God hath a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down, and tread upon the high places of the earth. And the mountains shall be molten under him, and the valleys shall be cleft, as wax before the fire, and as waters poured down a steep place. For the transgression of Jacob is all this, and for the sins of the house of Israel. What is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? And what are the high places of Judah? Are they not Jerusalem? Therefore I will make Samaria as an heap of the field, and as plantings of a vineyard. And I will pour down the stones thereof into the valley, and I will discover the foundations thereof. And all the graven images thereof shall be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof shall be burned with the fire, and all the idols thereof will I lay waste. For she gathered it of the hire of an harlot, and they shall return to the hire of an harlot. Therefore I will wail and howl, I will go stripped and naked. I will make a lamentation like unto the dragons, and mourning as the ostriches. For her wound is incurable, it is come unto Judah, he came unto the gate of my people, even to Jerusalem. Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Askelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines hear. Lest the daughters of the uncircumcised rejoice. Thou Beth-shemesh that art thine, be ashamed, for nakedness seeth thee not out. The inhabitant of Zarnan cometh not forth in the morning of Beth-ezel, he receiveth of you his standing. For the inhabitant of Maroth comforted herself for the good, but behold, evil came down from the Lord unto the gate of Jerusalem. O thou inhabitant of Lachish, the rod of the horse is the beginning of sin. The transgressions of Israel were found in thee, therefore shalt thou give presents to Morsheth-gath. The houses of Achzib shall be a deceit unto thee, thou shalt be a deceiver unto thee, and I will take spoil from thee. Yet will I bring an heir unto thee, O inhabitant of the valley and a possessor of the heights, and she shall inherit glory. O thou inhabitant of Judah, hearken, and O Jerusalem, give ear, and O Greece, make thine ear to hear. For lo, thy pomp cometh, even great as if it had been without end, for thy iniquity is grievous, saith the Lord. Micah chapter 2, verses 1-11. Woe to them that devise iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. And in the morning they practice it, because it is in their power. And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore saith the Lord, Behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye walk upright, for this is a time of trouble. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation. And say, We are spoiled, the portion of Moab is given to another, the heights of Jacob are possessed by them that hate him. But I will be the heap unto thee, and a stone of banded courses, thy habitation shall be a tent. Thou shalt dwell therein in shortness, and shalt be nigh to destruction. The vision of Micah the Morasthite which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, concerning Israel and Jerusalem. O inhabitant of Jacob and chief of the flock, hear me, I pray you, and ye shall declare to my people their sin. Yet my people are risen up as an enemy. Ye that lay aside the robe, return, ye that spoil the prey of the mighty, and with reluctant looks they depart. The women of my people whom ye scatter, and your daughters whom ye take away captive, yea, thus saith the Lord, give glory to Zebulun and triumph in Egypt, and at the borders of them I myself will desolate them. They are risen up against Jacob, as an enemy are they strong, and they have perfumed the house of Jacob. If a man walking in the Spirit, and speaking words of lies, saith, I prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people. Micah chapter 3, verses 1-12. And I said, Hear, I pray you, O ye heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? Who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, yea, their bone also out of their bone, who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay them from off them, and their bones be broken in pieces. Yea, as for them, they chop them in pieces, as for the pot, and as flesh within the cauldron. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves unworthily in their doings. Thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth, and cry, Peace be unto thee, and there shall not be so to him that putteth not bread into their mouth. Therefore night shall be upon you, and ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, and ye shall not divine, and the sun shall set over the prophets, and the day shall be darkened over them. And the seers shall be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of God. But I am filled with power by the Spirit of the Lord, and with judgment, and with might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment, and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood, and Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet they lean upon the Lord, saying, Is not the Lord among us? None evil shall come upon us. Therefore shall Zion be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall be as an heap of corn, and the mountain of this house shall be as the high places of a forest. Micah chapter 4, verses 1 to 13. But in the last days it shall come to pass, that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills. And people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more, but they shall sit every man under his vine, and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts hath spoken it. For all people will walk every one in the way of his idolatry, but we will walk in the ways of the Lord our God for ever and a day. In that day, saith the Lord, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven away, and her that is broken. And I will make her that halted a residue, and her that was cast off a strong nation. And the Lord will reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the hill of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come. Yea, the former dominion shall come, the kingdom of the daughter of Jerusalem. Now why dost thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain, and labour to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like as a woman travaileth. For now shalt thou go forth from the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered, there the Lord will redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, which say, Let her be defiled, and let our eyes see her fall. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will sanctify the spoil unto the Lord, and the treasures thereof unto the Lord of the whole earth. Micah chapter 5, verses 1 to 15. Now gather thyself in troops, O daughter of the trodden, she hath filled up. He hath made the judge to approach, yea, the covenant is made with the people. For out of thee, O Bethlehem Ephratah, who art thou among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee for me one to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting. Therefore will he give them up, until the time that she which travaileth hath brought forth. Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel. And he shall stand and feed in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God. And they shall abide, for now he shall be great unto the ends of the earth. And this man shall be our peace when the Assyrian cometh into our land, and when he treadeth upon our palaces. Then shall we raise up 7 shepherds and 8 principal men against him, and they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword. And they shall deliver us from the Assyrian, when he cometh into our land, and treadeth within our border. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among beasts of the forest, as a young lion among flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down, and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up against thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall be in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. I will also cut off thy witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more sorcerers. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. So shalt thou no more worship the work of thine hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities. And I will execute vengeance in anger and in fury upon the nations, because they have not heard. Micah chapter 6, verses 1 to 16. Hear ye now what the Lord saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear thy voice. Hear, O ye mountains, the Lord's controversy, and ye everlasting hills. For the Lord hath a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak king of Moab consulted, and what Balaam the son of Beor answered unto him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord. Wherewith shall I come before the Lord, and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, and with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. The Lord's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall hear thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is accursed? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the people thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick by smiting thee, therefore thou shalt make thyself many tears, and the languishing of thy foundations. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thine emptiness shall be in the midst of thee. And thou shalt be removed, but not saved, and that which thou rescuest will I give over to the sword. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap, thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with oil. And sweet wine, but thou shalt not drink wine. For the statutes of Omri are kept, and all the works of the house of Ahab, and ye walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and thy inhabitants a hissing. Therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. Micah chapter 7, verses 1 to 20. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage, there is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first-ripe fruit. The good man is perished out of the land, and there is no more upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood, they hunt every man his brother with a net. That they may do evil with both hands earnestly, the prince asketh, and the judge demandeth, and for a reward the great man uttereth his sentence, and thus they wrap it up. The best of them is like a briar, the most upright is sharper than a thorn. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh, now shall be their perplexity. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoureth the father, and the daughter riseth up against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Therefore I will look unto the Lord, I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shall be ashamed, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. In the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day shall the decree be far removed. In that day also he shall come even to thee from Assyria, and from the fenced cities, and from the fortress even to the river, and from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. Notwithstanding the land shall be desolate because of them that dwell therein, for the fruit of their doings. Feed thy people with thy rod, the flock of thine heritage, which dwells solitarily in the wood, in the midst of Carmel. Let them feed in Bashan, and Gilead, as in the days of old. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt will I show unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded, despite all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf, they shall lick the dust like a serpent, they shall come forth out of their strongholds like worms, they shall be afraid of the Lord our God, and shall fear thy greatness. Who is a God like unto thee, pardoning iniquity, and passing over transgression to the remnant of his inheritance? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He will turn again, he will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old.